What are we looking at here? Is this right? No. Let's fix it. Is that right? Yes. Way too bright with that. It's washing it out. There we go. Alright, so today we're going to be working on putting on our white for the helmet around the spaulders, doing some accents on the legs, and I think I'm going to do like an accent on the backpack, and then depending upon how much time we have, we might get into some of the other detail work. So we'll be working on that, getting this Sternguard Veteran Mini of the Month done. So let me just take a peek here. We're going to start with a gray, so it comes up slow. You guys are in my way. I'm listening to some people talk about the Metal Watch and how why Drakari are doing bad, and nobody can really explain it because it's not like they have bad rules. They just don't perform for some reason. I'm off camera. Yay! Yo, what's up? Hmm. Devastator building again. Nice. Hey, trying to. Oh, I can't see. I can see the chat, but I can't see it well. So 1 second. There we go. Trying to build more slick edits. Yeah, I need to work on my edits too, but it was more of an informational edit on this last one because I was just painting this guy. So I'm gonna start putting our white on now. Bam. Should I do this piece? I think I might. Let's do it. Get this little piece right here. Do it white as well. Then we'll transition onto the white. I feel like my brush is not loading. There it goes. That's better. So I was looking at the MetaWatch data to determine how factions are doing with the current balanced data slate, and it's actually pretty interesting because Eldari are no longer winning like 70% of their games, which is good. It's good. And my faction is dead center at 50%, which is also good. Yeah, I don't understand that. You know, I know mine suck. Your what suck? Your Yeah, I don't understand like what the algorithm does on TikTok for some of my views to be so low. Blood Angels are low. 46. But I think it's if you take Blood Angels as Blood Angels, not as a different one. And I think we're going to see changes to that with the new Space Marine Codex that just dropped. I think that they're going to go up. Like Blood Angel play is going to go up. Space Marine in general play is just going to go up with all those changes. So I think you're in a good spot with yours right now. I don't think you need to worry if you start playing competitively. But I don't think you're going to play competitively either, though. So I don't think it's really a concern for you. My wife just kicked the air conditioner on, or it kicked on itself. I feel the air hitting me. Me? Oh, she's on the phone with someone. I was like, who is she talking to? She knows what I'm doing. Yeah, you should get the Codex. It's got, I don't know what all is in it, but I know it's good right now. Like, it's very good. It does change Oath of Moment, though, which is problematic to a degree. You don't get to re-roll everything. You only get to re-roll missed hits now on the target, which honestly is good because re-rolling everything was like just guaranteed that thing died. It was like pick something, watch it die. And this is why we start with a gray so that this white goes on smoothly. And it creates natural shadows where the brush doesn't go as easily. White is one of the hardest colors to paint if you're painting white. I highly suggest you watch a lot of theory on white. That's my utmost opinion on painting white. And never ever paint it directly onto black because you will hate yourself. She's on the phone. I'll tell her after though. I also hate painting large areas with white. I think white is more of like a, hey, you should use me sparingly color. Just because it's so hard to get good coverage on it. And then I was like, hey, let's do his entire helmet white because that's what Vanguard vets or Sternguard vets have, but they have white helmets. And I now hate myself for it. So, but that's okay. I chose to do this. This is my decision. I must live with it. I don't think it looks bad, though. I think it just takes time to get the coverage you want. She's trying to make arrangements on a festival that we're going to tomorrow. Which is funny, considering she's pregnant and she's like, let's go walk around a festival. I'm like, all right, cool. Just get her a wheelchair. Wheel her all about. I can't tell if I'm on camera. I think I am. Oh, with the white helmet? Yeah, when I nerglify it. Eventually. You are probably correct. But it's creating really good contrast with the blue now, which was the point of it. Trying to create that signature contrast between the white and the blue so that that blue really pops against it for those ultramarine colors. You're leaving me to the wind again, lol? What does that mean? What do you mean, leaving you to the wind? Like outclassing you or something? Or are you talking about work wise? Oh, I man, I really wish I had Saturdays off. It would make my life so much easier. But I don't have those yet. I don't have them yet. And I didn't make that decision, honestly. I hope I get Saturdays off. But I don't know that that's ever going to happen. Or I don't know that that's technically going to happen yet. I hope it does, but we shall see. We shall see. Ryan hasn't talked to me about that yet. Put this down for a second and clean my brush. So, regardless, it's not official until it's official. That's all I can say. Oh, not this weekend. No. November 4th, I took Saturday off to run a tournament. And then I have a bunch of other Saturdays that I took off in December as well. So I thought you were talking about like permanently off. I was like, I wish. But no, I'm going to a festival after my son's appointment for tomorrow. Because he has an appointment tomorrow. So there's the white bit that I was going to do. I think that this is technically supposed to be like a cloth white, so we'll work on that now. So we're gonna do like cloth white on the little like dress portion, if you will, for our Space Marine. What's up, buddy? All right, so we're gonna do this white linen. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a yellow, but we're also gonna do the gray first again. So we're not going directly onto black with our white. So so we're gonna do this piece here too because it's supposed to be like white papers. So we'll do those as well as the actual cloak or the little, I don't know what that's called, but the little cloth piece, loinclothy piece for him. So we'll work on that too. Can you ask mommy to get you them? And if she can't, I'll come do it in just a minute.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll give you a holler
I might need to switch over to a detailing brush if I'm going to do these so tight. I think I'm doing all right. Let's just keep doing it. I think I'm going to do that little belt buckle too. Leviathan box looks daunting for assembly. Um, it's not. It's not bad because it's all snap fit. It's none of it's for the Leviathan box is actual. You don't glue anything. It all snaps together. So as long as you follow the instructions, it's really not that bad. You'll get through it pretty quick, honestly. Heck was it? I don't see. Did it go under the door? All right, one sec. tabard. It might be called a tabard. Not really sure. Do you think that that's a tabard? The piece below his belt?
Yes.
Okay. The wife says it is a tabard. She's like, I know what a tabard is. It's like, I also know what a tabard is, but I didn't think loincloths were tabards. It's not a loincloth? Yeah, I know. I was making a funny about Space Marines wearing a loincloth. My paint is way too wet. The paint is too wet. For some reason. So mix that paint up. Let that dry. How color should we do these bags and stuff? Maybe just gray. And like do the metal on them. Validation! Yes, exactly. Get your validation. My wife will validate anybody but me. Typically. Still wet there. I can see it. Have you tried your hand? It looks really good. Thank you. Um, have you tried your hand at water transfers yet with your Space Marines? I have not done that before, so that's why I said I was going to try to hand stencil on the U eventually, but we'll see. I might not. We might concede to trying to get a water stencil for it. I think I'm going to leave these more gray. So we're just going to try to get better coverage on it and make it look like it's not like that pure white color. And we'll work our way around here. These other pieces of bags. You've done them on Gunpla? Well, I don't know what size Gunpla you normally put them on. I was gonna say, isn't Gunpla bigger normally? I can't imagine the process is too much different, to be fair. So, I imagine you'll have a similar experience. But I have never done those, so I might try it on this guy or something. Or I might not. I guess we'll find out throughout this Paint This Mini series, Mini of the Month series. But I have to find them first. I do not have any Space Marine transfer sheets, so I have to get some. Which wouldn't be hard because I know people that have them, and they would probably just give them to me. So if I was going to do a transfer, I would put a varnish on first. So a clear varnish, matte clear varnish over the shoulder first, and then put the transfer over it, because the spray varnish won't let the paint reactivate. And I think that that's highly suggestible if you're doing transfers on these, is that you varnish first and then add your transfer sheets. At least that's my thoughts on it, personally. Do not know if they're correct or not, but that's where my brain wants to go. Alright, now we can start working on his tabard. It definitely was too wet before. And it's going to be a little lighter, a little bit less time because of how wet it was. But I was going to get really bad streaking if I kept painting on there. I didn't want that. Might be able to finish this miniature tonight. Possibly. I don't know. I think it's risky. I think you're right. I think it's risky, and I think that I would highly suggest a clear varnish. Especially because you can get the paint on clear varnish if you're painting with GW products. You can just paint your varnish on, and that's probably the better case scenario. Just paint on some varnish with an older brush, and you're good. I thought my wife was watching How I Met Your Mother. She's watching The Big Bang Theory. It just took me a few minutes to figure it out based on the episode she's watching. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I'll scrub that audio out if you can. after production. Trying to get better coverage with this before I go in with the white linen. I'll do the back side of this now. Probably need to wet my brush. Take care of that in just a minute as well. There's a little piece of paint right here that I want to try to get off real quick. Just a second here. We got it out of there. Alright, while this back piece dries, then we can put another layer of that gray in. I'm going to switch back over to the front here. Touch up any spots that I can see where it looks a little bit less good. And then probably switch over to that linen white on that tabard here in a minute. That one looks good. Tabard looks okay. Put it right in there. See if we can get it in there. Yeah, that looks good now. Cool. Do a little cleanup back here. These. Nice smooth transitions on these. Very cool. A little bit of cleanup on that one. Just get this little ornament right here done. Looks like it's probably a bullet or something hanging from a chain. Get that painted up, and we'll touch up this chain piece right here. Cool. Cool. A little bit on that grenade there. Needs cleanup. I just noticed. Make that a little bit of a smoother transition. Trying to make sure I'm not blocking the camera sight for what I'm doing. I don't think I am, but I can't see. Hello. That's looking lovely. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got about a 15 second delay, and when I'm painting, I'm not looking at my chat. But I do try to look over between like major steps. So we're getting there. If you didn't see the first part of this, it is on. There's a rapid 7-minute video or 8-minute video on YouTube, as well as on my TikTok, and that is in there right now. Just doing the next step, which is kind of doing all the white works around here. And then we're going to go in and probably do the bolt gun and all the metaling as like the last video. So there'll be one more video after this one and probably one more live session as well. So keep checking back. We'll see this and then we'll switch over to our Death Guard. So got our Death Guard primed here. I'm going to do I'm going to do the same paint style with 2 different starting colors and see which one I like better. So, but I had, so all the models I got started kind of like this. And it's not like the best paint jobs I've ever seen. So I'm going to go in and remove the paint from everything that I received. I have about 80% of the paint removed from all my Death Guard. I did leave some of the nicer ones for later, so while I'm playing and stuff, I still have some nice painted minis. But we'll get those cleaned off eventually and repainted to match the color scheme that we're doing for them. So, yeah, but we're gonna finish up the white here, finish all of these little spots where it's gonna be like white or close to white stuff, and then we'll stop, and then we'll come back in and do metal and detail in the final one. So just sit back, relax, enjoy. If you have questions, ask them. If you want to talk about the meta, I was watching a meta watch video just before this, kind of just trying to see like where the state of the game's at, because I do like to play competitively. I'm not nearly as competitive as I used to be though. So, but I love painting. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the hobby. So here we are, just getting a Space Marine. This is the free Sternguard vet from GW. If you have a local GW store, once a month they get in free miniatures, not just their normal Space Marine one that you can get, like your go in and paint mini, but you get a you can go in and get a free miniature. Doesn't cost anything. And so I've been going in for several months, so I do have a backlog of these to get done, which I will eventually do on stream, but I wanted to start with the current one and try to stay with the current one for my viewers. So if anybody's painting, they can kind of paint along with me. I have way too much on my brush. And they can either match my color scheme, or they can show me what they did, and we can compare, talk about like the different color theories for the different types of Space Marines and all those things. So right now I am working on this Sternguard veteran. All right, so I think I'm done with the gray for now. So now we're gonna do this in the white, in the pure white, real quick. We need to find you some royalty-free music. I have royalty-free music. I don't have my audio from my PC streaming in though. Like I can set it up though. Give me a minute. It takes me absolutely nothing to get audio going. So, but just give me 2 seconds here. And I can actually just set it up, and I can turn on like Pizzle Pack or something, and it's royalty free. So, but at the moment, I just haven't had any things set up for sources. Add an audio source in here. Let's do this. Properties. Not that. Device. Not that. Should be this. Okay, that should do it.
Of the Tau chain.
Okay. Now you have that. So, T-Pain makes a free, royalty-free thing called Pizzle Pack, and it's just beats that he. Did you have Total War Warhammer? I'm assuming you're talking about Total War Warhammer. It's probably pretty loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. You guys hear that? Is that good volume? So yeah, this is royalty-free music that I can just listen to. I'm going to turn it down so I don't have to hear it so loud. But you guys should have it at a good volume, I hope. So yeah, T-Pain puts out royalty-free music where he just creates beats. Occasionally he puts his voice on it, but he lets streamers use it because he's a streamer, and he knows that that can be a struggle for streamers, which I appreciate a lot. So, but it's just beats, some little music in the background, so you can have that going, and you don't have to worry about getting sued. I love. It's called the Pizzle Pack. If you're a streamer, or if you just like the music, you can just go find it and listen to it while you're driving around. This is the pure white again going on over here on this parchment that is hanging off this Space Marine. Just to make sure that that's a nice contrasting white color. And I might try to do some writing on there.
At Uptown Cheapskate. At Uptown, we pay you cash or 25% more in store credit for the styles that you loved yesterday. Bring in your jackets, sweaters.
I wish that wasn't happening. That's awful. Getting advertisements. That's fun. I didn't know that I was going to have to take an advertisement. That would have been good to know. Well, if that happens again, we'll have to find a new way to do this. Because I'm not having an ad between every single one of these. Because then I have to switch over and pause the... or kill the sound for it. Sec. Gotta adjust. Alright. Switch into white linen. Shake your paints. Contact them and demand money for the ad. Yeah, probably not. I don't think I'm good enough to demand money yet for anything. I did get an airbrush though, which I'll show off on one of my streams soon. We'll do an unpack for it and everything. I haven't even touched it yet. I don't even know where it went. I had it out here a minute ago. I think I put it somewhere though. Oh, it's down below my desk. So we'll do that, and I'll get my airbrush station set up. It's pretty neat though. But I want to do that as its own stream because it was it's a sponsored airbrush where I'm gonna review it and everything. So that's kind of neat. And then I'll set my affiliates back up for Amazon and stuff. And if you guys want to purchase the airbrush, if it's a good airbrush, I don't know yet, then you can do that. And then I get paid when you do, which is neat because it's like a mobile airbrush too. It's not your typical like big airbrush setup. It comes with everything that you need. Trigger or... Can't read that because it's being blocked by stupid art. Hold on. It's trigger. No, I'm sorry. It's top button. I apologize. It's a top button one. Did it transition to the next song? It did. Good. No more. No. Hopefully we won't get another ad anytime soon. That was ridiculous. Man, that's not looking the best. Why is it going on so weird? Paint's drying really fast because the air is hitting it heavily from the air conditioner right now. I don't know why my air conditioner decided that it was going to run all of a sudden. But for the airbrush video, I will probably record that not live, and then do like a recorded version of it and cut it up so it's not such a long video of me like basically using an airbrush for an hour and trying to figure everything out. I'll probably cut it up into pieces and then go from there. And do it off stream. Yeah, I mean, I literally messaged them. I found their product information and just messaged them and was like, hey, do you guys have any interest in like me doing this review for you? And they were like, sure. It wasn't like, it didn't cost them a whole lot, I'm sure, to send me an airbrush, because it's not a very expensive one. I think they make a few more expensive ones, but like to get our feet wet and kind of like see their products and kind of do all of that with them, I think starting with a cheaper one and just kind of like seeing how it performs and all that stuff was a good choice on my part for bringing it to their attention. Just saying, hey, I'm willing to do this if you are. And then they said, yeah. So I think that was the smart way for me to get that done, was just to come to them and say, hey, I want to do this. Are you guys willing to take a risk on something that's probably not going to cost you a whole lot? Yep. So, but it's pretty nifty because it's one that I could like, if it's strong enough and everything works the way I hope it does, then it's like an airbrush I could take to like a convention and do airbrushing live, which would be something that nobody does. So I could take it out to a convention and like live paint models with an airbrush, which is cool because it doesn't seem like it's going to be particularly loud or anything. So I hope that I'm correct, but I could like get it going and it could be extraneous on the ears and really do a lot to like make it a miserable experience, but we'll find out. So and we'll most likely find out together. I feel like these need something, the pouches. I don't know.
I know, right? It's the perfect place to stream horror movies.
I don't hate them now. I kind of like the contrast they create. I might just leave them to keep this simple. Just leave that being that white linen. Leave all the pouches being their colors. Paint these grenades up in metallic. Yeah. So this might be where we call it tonight, actually. Because I think this is actually a pretty good stopping point. We got most of our whites done. Did that piece there. I didn't want to do too much on here inside where the chest emblem is, because it's hard to reach. So I think he's actually at a pretty good spot right now for us to say this is where we wanted to be for the evening. Which this only took us, I don't even know how long. How long have I been going? I can't even tell you. About an hour. So this is 2 hours in on this mini for a clean, fast paint for me. And then we'll leave. Yeah, we're gonna leave this gray. I like it gray, I think. So, and this will stay the darker gray so that it contrasts against the light side, making it look more like a shadow when it's sitting on the table. Yeah, and I think that's probably a pretty good stopping point, so I don't go for another whole hour trying to get more detail work done. So I think we're good. If you have any questions or anything, or want to know what I'm using product-wise, anything like that, please put it in the comments below this video. I will check those and respond to them as quickly as I can. And then you'll see this on a speed video on YouTube and TikTok. I will speed it up tomorrow and post it in the evening. So if you do have any questions or anything like that, and you like want to see maybe a quicker response on them, all you have to do is go in and just add them on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot. trying to figure out what I can do to make things better. But yeah, we'll get this finished. Probably not tomorrow live. I'll probably put something else on there. I'll probably do some priming or something of some Death Guard or something, because it's faster and it's easier to make the videos. But this video will go live tomorrow on TikTok, and then I'll probably set up some other videos, either like a cleaning video of some more models or something like that, and then we'll maybe finish this model Sunday night. So we'll aim to have this guy done by the end of the weekend. And my weekend technically ends on Monday, so if I don't get it done on Sunday, then I'll do it Monday at some point. So yeah, thanks for hanging out again. For all those who came in, I really appreciate it. Everybody counts. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next stream. I'm going to start trying to do them a little bit more regularly. Have a good night. Bye.